Go, go, go in round 10 in Val di Sole. Fast start from Puck Peters as anticipated. And a dive down with the Italian champion right on the front. Silvia Persico, oh, and a big fall already on the first corner. Holding up Fem van Empel, who's way, way back. Holding up Puck Peters, who's now sneaked through into fifth. But Celine del Carmen Alvarado is using the ability to just ride away at the moment from the rest of this field. Big kick up this really tough little climb by Alvarado, looking strong. Look at Peters has decided to run this section. That's a big surprise for a rider who technically is so good. And Rochette coming to an absolute standstill and sliding all over the place. Persico in second place, Puck Peters in third, fourth place Manon Bakker, Marie Schreiber in fifth. It's about 5 seconds at the moment. She's being hunted down by Puck Peters, who started to find her legs on this course. Van Empel's got a fair amount of work to do right now, 33 seconds behind. And Peters now deciding just to push this on a little bit. She likes to ride a race from the front. Let's bear in mind, there's been 9 rounds of racing so far, and Van Empel has not been outside the top 2. When you look at her results of the year so far, she's had 14 races and not one of them is outside the top 2 places. But also I wonder, oh, and this is a big fall. Fem van Empel at the side of the course. I don't know what's happened here. We'll see if we get a replay of what happened. Oh, and hitting that pretty heavily. Celine del Carmen Alvarado. Persico doing the same. And that's leaving Puck Peters with a bit of an advantage. And unfortunately, I think we're going to see Fem van Empel out of the race for the first time this season. Oh, this is not good news, is it? This is Fem van Empel. They've had to wrap her up, of course, because it is so cold, but I noticed that the feet are strapped together at the moment. Terrible news for the World Cup leader. Puck Peters making really short work of the obstacles in her way. Oh, and a problem for Persico. Chains come off. Let's take another look. Fell into that turn. Loses the bike. And the chain had come off as well. Through the misty conditions for the leader. Now, bear in mind, we're going to see a situation here where there's 40 points for the win. And unfortunately for Fem van Empel, she had a pretty unassailable lead with 105 points lead on Puck Peters. That gap is going to drop by 40 if Peters continues like this, because Van Empel is not going to score at all. Persico just having to work her way around those turns, trying to find a little bit more grip on the left-hand side. Looks more comfortable on that section, and at the moment Bakker is hunting her down to try and take her third place away. She's really closed the gap. Celine del Carmen Alvarado still has plenty of time in hand. I don't know if Persico realises that Bakker is so close to her. It's going to be the third win in the World Cup. Puck Peters takes Val di Sole in Trentino. Celine del Carmen Alvarado, second place for her today. Her best performance for weeks of the season. Persico is doing everything she can to ensure that Manon Bakker does not take third place. Persico trying to block the turn. Bakker takes third place on the road. Let's see what happens. Oh, the Italian crashes. She was doing everything she could to protect that third place. Manon Bakker, third place for her today. And now a sprint for the line for fourth between Rochette and Persico. Who got it? It looks like Persico just took fourth. An emotional Manon Bakker on the podium. She finishes on the podium for the first time for a couple of seasons. All the hard work pays off.